bad boy Dane Swan.
A very strong article saying that the Collingwood Football Club should consider sacking Dane Swan.
Collingwood coach Nathan Buckley has admitted managing Dane Swan is a handful.
I suppose my home is my home for the next 6 or 7 weeks, just till my place across the road is finished. There's not much to this house, to be honest. It's quite nice actually, but this is where I spend most of my time, sitting on the couch watching sport. The league and the NBA's on at the moment, so that's paused. A little outdoor area and the grand dining hall. Sorry, it's so messy. We're sort of packing all our stuff up and got a lot of crap everywhere just because the place across the road needed to be emptied out because the floors were getting laid and stuff. So this is not usually how we live. I think we have the Brownlow that's here. I was in my suit jacket from the night I won the Brownlow, so that was in. It doesn't travel really far, to be honest. It gets pulled out when people want to see it, but apart from that, you'd have to ask Taylor where the rest of my trophies are and medals, because to be honest, I don't really know where they are. I'd like to be a private person, but I'm not stupid enough to think that I am. I just really can't do much without being seen in the public eye, so I understand that I'm a public figure now, and everything I do can or will get back to the footy club or into the papers. So there is a perception of you out there, whether you like it or not, whether it's good or bad. There's a perception with the media, by the fans, stuff like that. So all you can do is control what you can control. Like, I'm not out there trying to be disliked, but I am who I am, and people can take it or leave it, I suppose.
I remember you in 2007 you had no tattoos. None.
I probably couldn't see him. I certainly don't see myself as a role model, but I'm not stupid enough to realise that I'm not. I know kids look up to me, and whether they should or they shouldn't, I realise that I have a duty of care, I suppose, if you will, to try and act in a professional manner and lead the kids who come into the footy club in the right way, because when I leave Collingwood, I'd like to leave a sort of a sustained winning culture there, and if I can sort of show a little ways on how to do that, I would have left in the right way.
Scene of the game one. What a kick! What a kick for Bill Swan! What a hit!
When you're a kid, no matter if your dad was, Michael Jordan or, my dad, it's just your dad, so you don't really see him as anything else. It's just nice to know that your dad has done something pretty special, and he holds the league record for the most games in the VFA, and that's a fantastic record. And he won 2 listings, which is the equivalent of a Brownlow in the VFA. So he had a tremendous 5 premierships, I think. So he had a tremendous career, and something never be taken away from him.
This is a photo when Dane was, I think he would have been about 9. His coach said an excellent year, club best and fairest, and runner-up in the competition. An excellent player, able to bring his teammates into play. I'm sure he can go on and play AFL. A pleasure to coach. Good luck in the future. So yeah, obviously that coach had a bit of an idea.
He was always, good as a footballer, but he was never a real, you wouldn't look at him when he was 12, 13, 14 and say he's going to play AFL footy, that kid. But what he did do, he just kept improving every year. Every year he just got that little bit better. He was always okay. He was always in the best 2 or 3 players in the team. If you see photos of him when he was little, he's only a skinny little kid. So as he got bigger and stronger,
I think he enjoyed it. He just played for the enjoyment more than anything, not having a real end goal. No, just he loved getting up there with his mates and having a kick. So it really wasn't a burning ambition. It was just fun. This is Dane and his sister Bonnie. Dane was probably, he's probably 18 months in that one, and probably 3 in that one.
Obviously I have 2 wonderful parents who tried to give me everything, and I suppose with the footies, Dad never really put any pressure on me. Every now and then he'd try and take me over to the park and try and make me kick on my left and stuff like that, and I can't kick on my left now. Well, mind you, I can't kick on my right, but Dad was just trying to help me, and I'd become a little impatient or bored or just didn't want to do it, so I'd crack it and walk home, and Dad'd be left picking up the footy and chasing me home.
I suppose he'd probably say I went at him hard, but not. I didn't force him to play footy. I liked him to play. I liked it when he played cricket, and liked it when he played basketball as well. Obviously, I wanted him to play footy, not so he could obviously, in the end have an AFL career, but just because he's out playing sport.
Yeah, I played at West Meadows Footy Club till I was 16, and then was lucky enough to get invited down to the Cannons, the Calder Cannons in the TAC Cup. Lucky enough to play round 1 and played up till about round 8, then got dropped for a couple of weeks for having a poor attitude, not doing much. I was a forward pocket and sort of would have 6-7 touches of the game, maybe kick a goal. We're down playing in Tassie. One of the boys got injured on the wing, and I suppose for lack of having no one else, they threw me onto the wing, and after half time, I think I had 18 or 20 and kicked a couple of goals, I think. Robert Hyde was our coach, who won a best and fairest at Collingwood, and he got Mick down to speak to us on eve of the finals, and he sort of said, we're not worried about what you've done previously. All Collingwood cares about is how you play in big games, and there's no bigger games than finals. And I was lucky enough to win player of the finals that year, and I certainly didn't think I was going to get drafted. I was actually on the Gold Coast at schoolies when I got drafted. The draft was on a Sunday or Saturday, and I was only been up there one day so far, and the footy club rang and said, congratulations on being drafted to Collingwood. Yeah, thanks very much. All right, we're going to book you on a flight on the Monday to come home. And I politely declined the flight and said I'll be finishing the rest of the week up on the Gold Coast. So got home late Friday night, and obviously I hadn't seen any of my family, so I got home at 10 o'clock Friday night, and every person in West Meadows seemed to be in my house that night, so kind of had to do the right thing and celebrate with the family. So I was a little bit dusty when I rolled in Saturday morning, and I think I might have even been a little bit late. Got out there, and I remember, I think it was Dean Laley called everyone in, and he just sort of said, everyone, this is Dane Swan. He decided to stay up on schoolies for an extra few days instead of come down and train, and for some reason the first couple of people to come over to me and liked it were Jono and Taz, so I don't know what that says about them, but they were the first ones to shake my hand and have a bit of a laugh about it, so I suppose I stuck with them for, still am.
Yeah, my first memories of Swanny when he first arrived at the club, he reminded myself of a younger me, I suppose. I found him quite funny. The group, we already had a group of kids and friends at that time. You usually hang around the kids you drafted with. Swanny was a couple of years after us, but from early days we had a connection, and we sort of started hanging out, at training and then after training, and we got along quite well from early days.
I remember he was a little bit dusty. I think me and Taz went up to him, shook his hand and said g'day, and then after that I just kept bumping into him in all different sort of nightclubs on Saturday nights, and friendship just went from that.
My dad says I probably got drafted a year too early. I got drafted and just thought, I got drafted, it's all going to happen for me. So I don't think I was, it didn't mean anything. I swear it didn't mean anything to me. It's just, I got drafted, getting like a paycheck, which I'd never had before, which is, pretty much a bit better than most of my friends at that stage.
And when you're 17, and all of a sudden you're thrust into that situation, some kids can handle it and some kids can't. And I don't think he handled it all that well the first couple of years.
Well, he went from earning $25 a fortnight pocket money to suddenly earning more than what I earned a year. So, I mean, it's a huge change. It really, at the end of the day, I think it almost robs them of their childhood.
I got into a little bit of trouble off the field, and that's a negative in one way, but I think that was probably the thing that really kick-started my career, because Mick and Neil Baum and Greg Swan and stuff sat me down in a meeting and said, apparently I think the board I was meant to be sacked. So Mick and that came in, sort of said, no, we're not going to ruin a kid's career on one stuff up. Now you got to try and repay us.
I think it was 05. It was up and down whether he was going to get another contract. He'd been in a little bit of trouble outside of footy, and I just got him and made him do some extra running sessions with me just to get him fit. And I think Taz got him in the gym, and and once he got that mindset and started working really hard, well, he started playing great footy. Like, we never knew how good he was going to be back then, but it just shows how hard he did work. Sort of towards that 2006 season, he sort of had that breakout year where he sort of just, he played, 14, 15 games, and he's sort of starting to get that, mid-20s touches and really show kicking goals and showing that explosive pace that he has. And I think from there, from 2006 onwards, he sort of really didn't look back.
That kind of got me going, and I realised that being an AFL player is, something that is very special, and I realised that I wanted to keep doing it, and there was nothing else I wanted to be doing, so tried to have a crack, and finally, thankfully, it kind of turned for me. It's just, I don't know, it's just skin, so it's just plain old skin to me, really. So it's not a big issue. I'm not tough, so I need to hopefully intimidate a few people with them, because I'm certainly not tough.